Hey everybody, this is Failed Hero number 1. Now, last week I was called in to help in Eternal Battlegrounds at Stonemist because, as you can see, there was a huge, what we call, golem rush, a golem march as I like to call it, going on there. And so when I came in, there was close to 20 still alive. And something really weird happened, like the music stopped playing, like it was like this very profound moment. I couldn't see anyone other than the golems pretty much, there were so many people on screen. And it made me think, it was like, there's no way we're holding this. You know, there's a ton of people fighting inside the room, a ton of people fighting outside the room, and then as you see, we ended up just bottlenecking them from both sides. Right there, and we downed a lot of them, we took out the golems, which is fantastic. I was using the staff to try and put up walls and stuff. Of course, I put up that wall of reflection, which turns out people can't shoot through, or so I've been told, so people get very angry when I do that. But I think it's one of the more useful guardian skills. So as we go through, as you can see, I'm being shot at by other people. We have some other stuff going on. We're just clearing up what's left and repairing the door. And this is actually really interesting because I don't think I've seen this many people go in and like repair a door. I go in and I actually check to see if the music is working. Because it makes no sense that it's not playing anymore. And you can hear all the other sound effects, but you can't hear the music. And it was just like, yeah. So together we go through and we start repairing this keep, which is probably, well, it's more like a castle than a keep. And it's amazing. It's awesome. It's probably the most important part of Eternal Battlegrounds. And everyone's working together to get it back up. You can see there's a ton of people on the mini-map. Even though people are just dying on my screen now. That's how many people were there. I just couldn't register it at the time. And it's just pretty awesome. I'm looking at the doors to find out which one they went through. I have no idea. I thought it was that one. Or that was, I thought that one still needed to be repaired. And so I head over here and this one's, you know, it's not doing so well, so we go over there. They're fighting outside the gate. So while other people are fighting, we're just busy trying to get it back up. People are destroying what they have on the other side. Well, this just goes up incredibly fast. This is just like, usually in World versus World, you only have the Zerg going on for you. That's all you got. That person put up a portal so they can just portal back from the supply place, which is very useful as well. That just makes it super quick. So, afterwards we decided, why don't we make our own Golem March to take their keep? And we'll get our revenge. And to me that seemed like a great idea. To other people, you know, we all had to donate a Golem to create a decent amount of them. And we're just really just sitting around while they try to take out the cannons and the oil. Now, as a golem, mesmers are very vital to your movement because you can't move fast at all. You can barely jump. If you fall a certain height, your golem takes ridiculously large amounts of damage. So, we're here waiting for somebody to port us. There has been cases where this is both good or bad because when we were taking, say, like Dreaming Bay, or the equivalent in other areas, it's been the fact that we've been ported to the wrong gate on accident by more than one mesmer, and that's really actually cost us the keep. But it's not so bad, really. The golem, the plans of course cost 1 gold. The Omega Golem is like amazing though, if you guys haven't seen that. It shoots rockets and stuff. It makes no sense to me how that's the upgraded for. But we're waiting here. Not much is going on. It's pretty boring, so we'll just talk about what the golem can do. One of its abilities, first off, is that it does 2 punches. Now, if you get time warped, it just goes amazingly fast and you do a great amount of damage. The other main damaging ability it has is that it whirls. It creates a whirlwind, much like almost any other whirlwind thing you see in the game. You actually move forward when you do it. You have no control of how you move, which is the problem. So some people have whirlwind off cliffs and died, but that's cool. The 3 ability is pretty awesome. It stops you from getting hit by projectiles, which is very useful, except nobody uses it. So when you have this many golems, you should be able to chain use or create a sequence where you always are protected from projectiles, and it doesn't happen, and it pisses me off. Even when you're working with a guild, I've noticed when you have your guild doing it, it still doesn't work. You also have the ability to grab somebody out of the air pretty much, or if they're close by, and pull them towards you. And the last ability is to get out of the golem. You don't have a normal dismount, or, you know, it's pretty much the end transformation option that other people have. Finally, I think it should be a matter of seconds before we get the call to go. And you'll see that
for great justice,
when you have two Zergs fighting at one place, they're fighting at the north.
I can outrun a centaur.
Two Zergs fighting are not necessarily even. Oh look, we see a sunrise right there. Also, awesome looking sword in my opinion. I want it so bad. Unlike Twilight that leaves the black marks on the ground when you move, it kind of just drips white and pink, so to speak. Whatever the sky is like, it reflects. And the dog is growling at me to play with her as I do this commentary. Aside from that, it's a lot of waiting, because you have to wait for them to take out oil, they have to take out cannons, and it's really quite boring being a golem. Hey. She wants to play with me, and I'm trying to do work.
For great justice.
And now she's beating a box with her tennis ball, which is awesome. It's awesome. Awesome. And she's growling at me. She wants me to take it and throw it, and she's growling at me. Hey. Hey. Oh, so here we go. We're using the portals, and somebody drops a portal in front, and they drop another portal. So I cut out a lot of this because it gets boring, but we essentially got portaled back to where we started, walking wise, which is fantastic. That's the type of stuff that happens all the time. You know, you see more than one portal, there's more than one mesmer who's chaining it, and you gotta wait. And so you can see there's quite a few of us. Some people came in at the last moment. So to get in on this, we actually wasted almost all the supply in Stonemist to make these things. And I'll say now, it doesn't work out well for us. We're about halfway through the video, or the compilation of footage I have, and it really just ends poorly. We do make it to the inner gate, but not in a good way. And so it's just more waiting while they clear the courtyard. Personally, I think we should have gone Watergate. There's barely any other people there, as you'll see. And it just would have worked so much better. So we ended up getting ported up closer by the mesmer. Fantastic, right? Ported up closer. But we're within range of the arrow carts and the AoEs, so I popped my 3, hoping that it helps. It doesn't. It doesn't help at all. And you can see there's plenty of red right there. And so I have to use, instead of dodging, the golem actually sprints, like myself. As an overweight man, I don't sprint very far, so to speak. And he moves like I do. And that would be fantastic. See, now we're all running back. We're like, this sucks. Why did we do this? We've taken some damage. You have quite a bit of health, but it goes down quite quickly. That's the problem. Running around. It's time to go. See, they push them back up to the gate. That person's gonna port us to the gate. And you'll see us just go crazy on this structure, this fortification, and take it down relatively quick. Somebody comes in and stealths us, which is even better. It doesn't necessarily help that we're so huge, but we're right there now. We're in the thick of it. We're still being shot. And this is where I kind of get annoyed with other players, is because to take this gate down fast, first of all, we need to be timed. Secondly, we need to keep our 3 up so we don't take damage. I'm doing a lot of damage to the gate. I'm not whirlwinding, I'm just punching, because punch goes so much faster. Especially if you're time warp, you can just repeatedly do it. You see somebody with Twilight right there. Awesome. I'm so jelly. I do have a full set of exotics now. I do not have a legendary weapon or a precursor, but my armor is all Orient exotics that you can get for combat, and we'll probably do a video on that. So here we go, we're just, look how fast that gate is going down. It's a reinforced gate, too. It's just sitting there, we get some lag, but we're just punching it, and it's awesome. Nobody else is using 3. There's only like 2 of us that they're doing it, so we're taking a ton of damage. I'm not, because I'm hiding. I'm hiding in the thick of it. See, Mesmer throws down something. Aunt Dolan goes down. Yes. Dolan is dead, everybody. And, probably shouldn't say it. So we're killing it. It's a commander. They're awesome. Not really. I don't know. I never see him in World War. So we get some lag. We're fighting. We're running. I'm cut on something. Sometimes you get stuck on random pixels. It makes no sense. But a lot of people are going down from the arrows. We're like, whoa, we need to hide. So we go Watergate. Because they need to destroy the towers. We need to stay out of AoE. So this just makes perfect sense for me to come in and hide here. Now, what we didn't know at the time is that there's actually more golems in Watergate trying to destroy that gate. We were not very effective teamwork-wise. So people are coming in with us to kill the guards. You see the guy with Twilight is there. And we're like, should we go up here? And I'm like, I'll follow this guy. I've never gone this way before. Because I'm an idiot. We go up here and there's a bunch of people on the walls and they start using the golems to kill them. Now, the golems can kill people. Don't get me wrong. It's just they can't kill them really well. See, we take this guy down as a golem with the whirlwind. It's good. Deals decent damage. Other than that, right? It's like, yeah, where should I go? We're waiting. I'm like, these guys are going up here. I know I shouldn't go up there, but I'm gonna go anyways because I'm stupid. And so when I head up here, you'll see it's the Twilight guy is just owning people. There's a bunch of stuff going on. A bunch of good stuff, a bunch of bad stuff. I go back down. And I'm pretty much like, I'm just going to wait here until they call me out. Because they have to destroy cannons and oil. That's what they have to do. So I'm like, hey, there's another gate here. What if we destroy that gate, right? What could happen then? So I'm like, I'll just punch this gate until it's gone. Because I have nothing but time. There's only a couple of us doing it. And it turns out there's another golem on the other side hitting it from there. So I think Watergate is actually a better way to go, honestly, from the other ways, from the other stuff. Anything that it just circumvents a lot of stuff that they have set up on walls siege-wise. Usually if you go through these areas, at least at the tier I'm at, they only have 1 or 2 people there. So I skip forward. We busted down the gate. People are coming in. It's time to go. It's time to go destroy the gate upstairs. I've taken a lot of damage at this point. I'm 2/3 down. Everything else is going really bad for me. I'm wondering why I decided to be in a golem, because I'm actually much better suited to destroy artillery, but somebody had to drive it, right? I donated it. Cost of gold. I got it from a jumping puzzle, but I might as well get my use out of it, right? And so, also as you can tell, I'm 79 at this point. This happened right before I killed Sunless and hit 80. That was an awesome fight for me. I thought it was very it seemed epic that I killed a dragon and I hit level 80. I don't know if any other people understand that. So we're just waiting. They're pushing the gate. We're like, yep, I'm gonna hide here. Hopefully nobody sees us. There's 3 of us. 3 other than myself right now. We used to have about 12, and that can tell you what happened to the others. It's just things did not go well. Now, our enemy, who in this case is the red team, they're pushing back really hard, and we need to flee, essentially. There's nothing else we can do. One of the best things you can do as a golem is waypoint back, because you can't move quickly, but you can waypoint in the same area. Now the problem is, if you're in combat, it doesn't really help. Hey, there's another guy right there. So we come back in. I'm going to sit here and wait for myself. See, I'm out of combat. I poured back. Save the golem. takes forever to load. There's somebody else who already dropped off theirs. I'm gonna come here. Just hop out. We line them up. There's only 3 of us left. It failed. Both sides failed. They got a little bit farther than us. But yeah, could have been worse. I can't believe we lost that many golems. At that point, I was really confused. The commanders who kind of